Me gonna love ya. Yeah.
Gearhangs! Season 2, episode 3.
Swag. Intro. Hey guys, I'm Jason.
I'm Gideon.
And this is Gearhangs. Gearhangs. Gearhangs.
Gearhangs.
We're back, y'all!
Gearhangs! Gearhangs.
Gearhangs. Gearhangs! Gearhangs.
Here we
Welcome
go.
back, everybody. I like that we're always like, intro.
Except it just never know like what episode it is because I can't remember at all.
It's true. No, you
that's
hit
right.
that one on the head there. Yeah, season 2, episode 3. Hopefully, episode 2's not up yet at the time that we're filming this, but it is uploaded to YouTube. I need you to approve it today.
I can do that.
Yeah, but once it's good, it's good.
We back.
We back, y'all. I'm home. I'm sorry I've been gone. I didn't realize that season 2, episode 1, we posted at the end of March, and it's now mid-May.
And we haven't done episode
we were like, oh, we're totally going to get back on this. And honestly, it feels like we have gotten back on it.
Okay, but remember what we said the first episode of season 1?
Yeah.
Which we didn't know was season 1 until the end of March. We're millennials. We can't really...
Yeah, it's
What did we say? We want to do this every week, but don't hold us to it.
Yeah, we don't want to be too consistent, you know.
We can't.
We don't want to
right?
be too countercultural, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyways, I'm home and very glad to be home, and I'm going to try to stay home, so I think I'm hoping we can do this more. We've got some special treats coming up for you guys around the corner here.
Season 2 is going to be a good one.
I'm really excited. We keep saying that, but maybe the episode after this one will actually be cool.
Special treats.
We'll have some homies in it that I think you guys might dig, so...
Oh yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Shaw dudes. So, anyways, do we want to just dive right into it today, or...?
Time out. We gotta...
It feels too soon.
Yeah, too soon. We gotta start with the banter, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we drinking this morning?
That's true. Dude, I'm drinking some fresh Blue Bottle out of a fresh Blue Bottle mug. I had some off days in DC and copped this fresh mug. It's very thin, but I'm drinking a Colombian from Blue Bottle today.
And your boy is drinking a geisha from Barash.
Swag.
Thanks, JP. You're the man.
I went through this entire bag of coffee in 2 days.
That's literally so impressive.
So I don't know what that says about...
Did you sleep at all in the
me
last
or my
48 hours?
caffeine, but needless to say, very stoked to be home with the pour-over situation again.
Hey! Oh, this is so good.
Yeah.
Dude, I found this new song yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
I think it's by, like, JMP or something. The artist is, like, JMP. I want to say it's called Broken, but I'm not 100% sure. But I posted it on my Instagram story, and it's a banger.
I like that new feature on Instagram.
Yeah.
It's dope.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Except a lot of people, when Ellie's record came out, I was like, yo, link in my story. And then, like, 8 people were like, your link is not in the story. And I'm like, yeah, it is. Top left. Click on that. And then they were like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever.
Gideon, you're such a revolutionary.
Dude, starting the trends. Did you see Jim's comment on that?
On what?
I put link in story in the Instagram post, and Jim was like, that is the most 2018 thing I've ever heard in my life. And I was like, yeah, because I'm a hashtag trendsetter.
Honestly, except for when you tried to set that trend with that new social media and then they stole all your private information forever.
Yeah, I deleted that as soon as I could. Jim and I found out within 10 minutes of each other, we were like, dude, we gotta get off of this.
Get off.
Oh, so bad.
I'm, however, much slower to get on the train of new social media things. For really no reason other than just I just don't know why.
You got better stuff to do.
Well, I don't know if it's better, it's just different, you know?
Different stuff.
I'm mumbling again. Why you always mumbling, J-Wise?
Yeah, J-Wise, now I'm with the mumbles today. Dude, it's okay. I had the sinus thing the last, 2 weeks, so I feel like a stuffy... Not anymore. I used to, but I felt like I was mumbling everything.
Dude.
Over the last, 2 weeks. mostly because people were like, "What?" To like every person I talked to, "What?" And I was like, "Y'all are the worst. You're not helping me at all."
Use your ears.
All right, let's get into it.
Done.
Oh wait, I want to finish mine too.
Dude, you don't have to finish it. No pressure.
Done.
Wow. Touches the sun. All right, what are we chatting about?
Chase Bliss Audio. Joel was kind enough to get me one of these, and I think it's super cool. I've had some videos out on the old interwebs about it, and it's been, you could do so much with this pedal. It is the Chase Bliss Condor. It is an analog EQ preamp filter with 6 knobs, 3 switches, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 2, 16 dip switches on the back.
For those who are unclear, this pedal does everything.
It literally does everything. You could do MIDI with it, you can do expression, you can internally ramp stuff, you can make the EQ sound like a phaser, a flanger, a tremolo.
When you just want to internally ramp some stuff,
Dude.
you can do that on this pedal.
Sometimes you just want to sit down for 3 hours and get lost in a pedal. You can internally ramp.
Dude, just ramp some junk, you know? Amazing.
It's literally so cool. I was playing around with it and I sent him a text. Quote, this is all I sent to him. And I was like, oh, what did I say? Oh, owning a Condor is like owning a matchless without the price tag of owning a matchless.
Which I'm intrigued by because at this point both of us have owned matchlesses. Mattresses. We both own mattresses in our life, which is also a true statement.
It's also a true statement. Nah, man,
not very pertinent to what's going on here, but not untrue. But
it's incredible.
But yeah, I'm intrigued by that because I am a huge fan of matchless amps and will own another one someday very soon. And actually on the tour I just got off of, the dude was rocking a DC-30, and dude, I'm serious, that's the best sounding amp in the world. I don't care what anyone says, and granted I've not heard a Benson yet. Everyone's like, Benson. Haven't heard one yet, okay? I haven't played one. I've heard one, but I haven't played one yet. But dude, I would walk to catering every day and hear that freaking DC-30 just like, oh dude, when you play in rooms big enough to just like dime those, oh man, I cannot say enough good things about that amp. Anyways.
Little side note, this is not about a matchless at all, but I was fortunate enough to go to the Outcry tour when they were in town.
Yeah.
Jonathan Lee was like, dude, we should hang out. So I was standing backstage when they were like, I was singing with David Polio, who's their guitar tech.
Okay.
Polio guitarist, you know what I'm talking about?
No, I didn't.
I'll show you him. He's pretty tight.
Cool.
But we were hanging out backstage, and he was like, dude, just come stand in front of these amps. And Jay Lee was running stereo, of course, with his Vox AC30 and like a Fender Pro Sonic. And it was like the wall of tone that was coming out from under that stage was probably the best tone I've ever heard in my life.
Well, that's what...
For like worship stuff.
That's
it was
what
like
Daniel Carson,
unreal.
the Tomlin's guitar player, was using a DC-30 and an AC-30, dude, in stereo. Yeah, and the other guy was using a Bad Cat, Black Cat, and a divided by 13.
Oh, those gotta...
It was lit, dude.
Dude,
It sounded
the combination
so
of
good.
that just sounds unreal.
And then Daniel had, like, the Deluxe Memory Man, 1100 second, like, tap tempo, and everything was just, dude, it was perfect. He is so good. For anyone, I mean, obviously, I'm sure most people have heard of Chris Tomlin, this tiny worship artist, but
nobody.
His guitar player is just the king.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's very good.
And my favorite part about him was that he just... Honestly, he just like doesn't care about gear that much. Like he uses the dopest stuff, but like he's not the guy to like talk to about it. He's just like, man, I'm just like here to, do
just
my
doing
thing.
the thing.
Yeah, and I'm just like, man,
it's the best.
You're so cool. So,
it's so tight. Anyways, back to the pedal.
Yeah, I'm
nice segue. It's got a dope bird on the front.
It does.
If we know anything about this episode, is that there's dope birds and everything.
Subtle, dude. I'm gonna expose you right now.
No!
So Gid put this little bird down. he puts it back there and he's like, in his little bird voice, he's like, "Ooh, look at me, just beaking up."
No, dude, you said that. You said that in like episode 3 of season 1.
Yeah, okay, dude, whatever. And so he was pretty proud. So that's what he's referencing, and you know.
Oh man, why'd we give that away too early?
Dude, I'm exposing.
That's my fault. Hashtag exposed.
Consider yourself exposed.
I feel exposed.
Anyways, I don't know a ton about this, but I just remember thinking when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, an EQ, wow." And just like that's what I thought.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but why?
And then I watched the Knobs demo of it, and
dude,
I was like,
Knobs is the king.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm really excited. I actually haven't played this at all yet, so because obviously I've been out of town, so I would love to plug it in and play some junk and see where it goes.
One more added feature is that it does have a gain switch, so you have a gain knob on there too, so it can be used as a drive pedal.
That's dope.
It's pretty tight.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna play it.
I say we do it.
And tones. Okay, that's our clean tone in the neck position of this wonderful Jazzmaster. And I'm gonna go through kind of some of the weird stuff that this pedal can offer using the ramping options. So right now I think I've got it set pretty close to how a flanger would sound. Let's move real quick. Let's try that. So you can hear that I'm sweeping across the low pass filter, which is how I can get. There's such a wide span of that on there, and you can set the lowest point for it to sweep to. It's over there. Which is tight.
Can you take it all the way up so it's like a high band flanger sort of, just so we can hear that?
What do you mean?
Like, what does it sound all the way to the right then now?
It doesn't. I guess. Of course, all the dip switches have their own effect on it as well. Just where it sits on the frequency spectrum. And of course, you have the gain option. Which is tight. Okay. So it does flanger, and then there's these pedals come with presets, of course, on them, and one of them is a phaser with the drive and hold switch, of course, is the gain, but I'm turning the gain off. But it has this wonderful phasing option on it. It's very subtle. Very tight.
Yeah, it feels good.
It's so tight. And then with the gain on it, it kind of sends it off. Cosmic Country, you know what I'm saying? Or like,
Yeah.
I don't even know. Phasers are coming back, man. They really are.
Everything's coming back.
And then, well, the other preset to the green preset is actually a tremolo. So you can ramp, what is it? I guess you're ramping the volume using the dip switches on the back, creating almost like a hard cut tremolo. And you can hear it just in the pickup selection.
session mode.
Yeah.
It's,
It could get very, very. It's not even the slowest it can go. Like. Maybe I went too slow.
3 hours later. That's what I'm saying, dude. It's pretty crazy. And it's back. Yeah. But then of course you could turn all the way up, and it's Can
like.
you imagine if like the pedal was accidentally like set that way when it came, and you plugged it in, and you're like,
It doesn't work.
why does my signal keep just dropping in and out?
You didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But I think this is the fastest it'll go. Which is, it's almost like a photo cell trim,
Yeah.
like from the old vintage Fender amps, which is super tight. But I think those are all the options. Don't quote me on all, because this pedal is so inspiring.
These are all the options.
These are all the options that this pedal has. I think those are the extent of the modulation that you can get with it.
Cool.
Yeah. Let's make it sound like a mattress. Lol. You're up. We're gonna switch players here. Jason's gonna make it sound like a matchless.
Singing everything today. Just for reference, this is dry. Everybody sing.
That's what I'm saying. Compared to the Clubman and the Spitfire, even the Lightning that Jim has, it's like it does the top thing and like the almost no bass vibe.
Especially the Spitfire.
Yeah.
Like that Clubman was so bassy, but the Spitfire I feel like sounds a lot like that. What am I trying
It's tight.
That's tight.
It's a cool pedal. Joel did a really good job on this pedal.
That's Christmas. Wait. That's almost like auto Y, like. My time to play sad blues. It's so metallic. Cool, man.
Yeah, it's
Just
tight.
keep playing.
This is one of those pedals I spent when I was doing my videos for it. I spent like 3 hours sitting on my floor, just like, how do I learn how to use this pedal?
Literally.
I hardly read the manual for anything, but you have to read the manual for these so you can learn how to manipulate these dip switches on the top.
There's so many.
18.
18
to be exact.
That's wild, dude.
But it's super cool.
Yeah.
And it you can do MIDI with it, like I said earlier. You do the faves on it, so you have all the presets if you want to save on it. Yeah, it's tight.
Sweet. Gearhangs episode 3, baby.
Episode 3.
Make sure drop us a like. It really helps us get found. Hit subscribe if you dig. Follow us on Insta at GidBowley and JWaz9. And by GidBowley, I mean Gideon Bowley.
Hey.
And JWaz9.
Don't forget to follow the Gearhangs.
And most importantly, at Gearhangs.
Amen.
Cheers, internet friends. See you next week.
Pew.
Swag.